about three. It's in. She is on fire right now on the Grand Star Sports Network. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Robbinsville High School and Judy Nichols Memorial Field for today's telecast of Robbinsville and Enka squaring off here on the softball diamond this afternoon on Judy Nichols Memorial Field. We're getting started a little bit late with our telecast. We apologize for that, but we're here. We're glad you're with us. The 6-0 Robbinsville Lady Knights taking on the 6-1 Enka Sugar Jets. What a battle it was the first time these two teams met earlier this season, and certainly tonight we're hoping for another rematch to live up to that as those expectations. Of course, Robbinsville rallying late, their second game of the year, to win 16-11. Leading off is the shortstop, Avery Coggins, and first pitch to her is going to be a changeup, and she'll get the call 0-1. That is Naomi Taylor in the circle for Robbinsville. Went outside, ball one. 1-1 the count here in the top of the first on Avery Coggins. Kelsey West, the second baseman, is due up next. And a slap hit will go to... She beat it out. Wow. Bang, bang play, and Coggins reaches, and that's how the game begins here in the top of the first.
Kelsey West.
West up, showing bunt. Snap throw back to first will be a little bit late. Ball gets away. All is well. Welcome, everyone, here to Robbinsville High School. Once again, Kevin Hensley with you here on the Grand Star Sports Network for another exciting evening of Robbinsville softball action. Three Sugar Jets in town from Buncombe County this evening. Bunt, and it's a beauty out in front of the plate. Who wants it? And that throw will make it. Throw to third late. Well, they swap places. Coggins is out.
West also credited with an infield single race to the plate. Gracie Merrill.
So I have him at the corners. I stand corrected. First pitch is going to be dropped in the dirt. Throw to second. Back-to-back infield singles for the Jets here in the top of the first. And that one's going to be in there. Counted as 1 ball and 1 strike. Taylor comes into today's game with a 4-0 record on the season. 2.26 ERA. She has 15 strikeouts so far, most of those coming against Swain County.
Wake up, ladies.
In the home opener. 0-2 the count on Gracie Merrill. That is the center fielder at the plate for Enka. Here's the pitch. It is roped hard down the left field line. Foul again. And the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, two. Chopped foul again. Merrill battling. We've got an early one here in the top of the first. Here on the Grand Star Sports Network. Popped up. Kaler grabs it out of the air, and that is the first out of the inning on the pop-up. Emma Payne, the catcher, will step in trying to get these runners home. The Jets, have them at the corners with nobody, or one out now after that. Payne in the cleanup hole. Low, ball one. Roswell coming off a thrashing of the Copper Basin Cougars here at home last week, and then, of course, traveling over the Swain on Thursday, squeezed in a 6-2 win over the Lady Devils. That completes the season series with Swain County. That's only 2 games so far in the conference for Robbinsville. They were scheduled to go to Madison County on Saturday to play at Mars Hill. That game was postponed due to weather. It was Friday's tilt here at home against Cherokee. Cherokee's game will be made up April 18th. There is no makeup date as of yet on the Madison County matchup. However, Robbinsville has had one schedule change this week. First, we'll wait for the 3-0 to pop in. That's right down the belt line. 3 balls and a strike. Payne wisely taken all the way. Robbinsville will be traveling to Tellico Plains on Thursday instead of having an away or a home game here against the Lady Bears. 3-1 is chopped foul. Count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I know a different camera today since we're still a little short-handed. The one and only Jacqueline Gayoso taking pictures for us today. If she ever finishes her slushy, it'll be a miracle. She'll be able to move around the field. Full count down the line. Foul, and I mean jumped foul right at the third base bag. Robbinsville catches a break. Home plate umpire today, the legendary Pepper Taylor. See him back calling balls and strikes. He hasn't umpired in several years. Well-liked umpire here in Western North Carolina. Basketball official as well. 3-2 is blistered to right field. That will bring home Coggins. West will chug in as well. It is a 2-run single for Emma Payne and his 2-0 Sugar Jets here in the top of the first.
Batting the DP, Samantha Reese.
And Samantha Reese will step in, number 18 for the Jets, batting 5th in the lineup. Payne still at first. Thinks about it, changes her mind. She'll go back. Jets arrived here right around 3:30 today. Plenty of time to loosen up. Donning those powder blues. Those throwback jerseys. And that one's going to get away from Roberts. The second will go Emma Payne. And the pitch. Swung on and missed. Big cut. Good pitch to liven things up a little bit. 2 balls and a strike. Rope to left field. Claire Barlow cuts it off on a hop. To third goes Payne. And the Sugar Jets have 4 hits here in the top of the first. 2 runs already in and just 1 out on the scoreboard. Carly Presnell will be the batter. She's the starting pitcher today for the Sugar Jets. Presnell, a junior for Enka. First pitch she sees is roped right back to the net over to our left. And the count's 0-1.
Pitcher, Carly Fresnel.
Jets came to swing today, no doubt about that. Right back where it came from. Taylor couldn't get a glove on it. Schuler couldn't get there. 3-0 Sugar Jets. RBI single for Presnell. And Enka comes out swinging, to say the very least. And we're going to have a mound conference here, if you'll have it. It's actually an in-circle conference here on the Graham Star Sports Network as Billy Knight heads out to discuss things with his infield. Well, hopefully Billy Knight's got everybody tamed and quiet here on Graham Star Sports. It's 3-0 already here in the top of the first. Foul back to the net. Count is 0-1. Oh, 1. And try as she may, Roberts does not get the frame job call inside. It will be 1 ball, 1 strike. The batter is Haley Fish, the third baseman. Cooper Stanley, left fielder, will be up next as the Jets are quickly sifting through their lineup sheet here in the top of the first. And that one drops in low. 2 balls and a strike. Taylor's 2-1 inside, but he got the call that time. Very nice. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fish has to step out to gather her bearings. Even count. Runners at the corners. Or excuse me, first and second. I beg your pardon. Just 1 down. Here's the offering. Popped up foul, and it will disappear into the bamboo. Go get that ball. Go get that ball. What if I paid you extra? What if I paid you extra to do it? Okay. Not going to, but. And that one hit to Surrey. What a double play opportunity, and it does pay off. But the Jets strike early and often. That is 1, 2, 3, 4 hits here in the top of the first. 3 runs across, 2 stranded. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. It's 3-0 here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Bottom of the first, welcome back to Judy Nichols Memorial Field. And you see the score on the board. Enka has already struck for 3. And senior Zoe Schuler looks to change that as we enter the bottom of the first. Robbinsville's first hack at offense. And a strike right in there. Count is 0-1. Outside, and the ball pops out of Payne's glove. No harm, no foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. Back to the net. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Robbinsville and Enka have matched up in the regular season over the last few years. We've been able to watch the development of players like Presnell, Gracie Merrill, and company. Here's the 1-2. And Schuler got under that one. Right center field, but the fielder couldn't grab it. Schuler slides squeaky clean into second base. It will be an E9. Schuler at second.
Center, French to the plate, second baseman, Surrey White.
And that will bring him sophomore Surrey Waddy. Waddy comes in today batting .333. Upstairs, ball 1. 10 RBIs. Second only to the hotter than a firecracker Sophie Roberts, who is due up next. 1-0 on the way. And caught the inside part of the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Sheeler's average, by the way, .619 coming into today's game. She's got her running mid on at second. Waddy golfs that one down the right field line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The crowd has turned out this afternoon. Beautiful evening for softball. And Waddy with an offensive swing. That one was up and in. The way the temperature at first pitch, 70 degrees here in Graham County. First pitch came at exactly 5 o'clock. 1-2. Sheeler's off to the races. Throw to third. And she got in. Sheeler is actively pursuing the program's stolen base record. She's already the Lady Knights leader in career home runs. Strike 3 called. Waddy froze, and that is out number 1.
Now batting the pitcher,
Sophie Roberts, a nice surprise and a great addition to the team, steps in next. .619 average, but that's not what we're looking at. She's only got 4 home runs in the first 6 games of the season, and a team leading 14 RBIs. Our home run streak ended against Copper Basin. 1-0 coming. Popped up foul, and that one will reach the weeds. 1-1 the count. Hear the crowd around us cheering her on. Here's the 1-1 coming from the lefty. Straight in there. Roberts knew it. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Sophie Roberts. Memory Frapp is in the cleanup spot. Now it's down 3-0 early here against the 3A Sugar Jets here on GramstarSports.com. Check, swing upstairs. Taylor thought about it, but changed his mind on the call.
That's a call, Blue.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Taylor antsy to pull that trigger, and he changed his mind at the last second. Here's the 2-2. Roberts strikes out. She off speed delivered her second strikeout of the game. Memory Frapp is now the last hope to bring home Zoe Sheeler here in the bottom of the first.
Spot for this.
And that one outside, ball 1. Upstairs and in to Memory Frapp. 2-0 count. That one would have been in Jacqueline's lap if there wasn't a net here. 2 balls, 1 strike. We're as live as they come, girl. Live and in living color.
Hey, Gramstar Network.
Valerie Frapp didn't offer to make the play there. I don't know what happened. 2-2 the count. Everybody needs to go check out Topeka Lodge if they get a chance to this year. Everybody has started up and got their full dining options available now, so go give Topeka a visit. It's about 14 miles outside of Robbinsville, but well worth the drive. Locals not only welcome, but encouraged, what I understand from the general manager. Chop to third base, throw to first. It'll be the final out of the inning, so the Knights squander it. Keeler is stranded. We'll go to the second inning. It's 3-0 in favor of the Sugar Jets here on GramstarSports.com. Top of the second, it is 3-0 in favor of the Sugar Jets as we welcome you back to Robbinsville, North Carolina, and, of course, Judy Nichols Memorial Field for today's action on a Monday evening in Graham County. There's nothing finer than to be here at the softball games on the campus of Robbinsville High School. Taylor offers. First pitch is going to be grounded to Waddy. Throw to first. Plenty of time. 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now batting the right fielder, Haley Fonts.
So Stanley sat down quickly. And here's Haley Klontz, the right fielder. So I misspoke a moment ago. I didn't know it is the 891. I was going to say the flex is Eleni Leon. She is the first baseman. Of course, we've already seen the DP for her, Samantha Reese, earlier in the first. Part of that 4-hit, 3-run inning that the Sugar Jets brought over from Buncombe County. Maybe they got it out of their system now. Bunt. It goes right out in front of the plate. Kaler, quick play. Bang, bang to first. It's a 5-3 putout on the bunt attempt. Freshman Presley Kaler showing off that gun. You'll have it. And we're already back to the top of the lineup card. Avery Coggins, the shortstop, comes up with 2 outs. Coggins just a sophomore for this team. Wow, it feels like she's been on varsity longer than that, but nonetheless. Inside, Coggins scooches out of the way of that one. Count is 1-0. It is the whole time. And that one off of Robert's foot. 2-0 the count. Well, Barlow snagged that one out of our camera range here in the top of the second. 1-2-3 nothing doing. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. It is 3-0 Enka. Bottom of the second. Welcome back to Graham County. Naomi Taylor at the plate. First pitch she sees grounded to the shortstop. Throw to first. Will be in time. 1 down. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Robbinsville now.
Now batting the DP, Presley Kaler.
And Presley Kaler will be batting for the flex. Claire Barlow batting in the 6-hole today.
Show 'em, girl.
Outside, ball 1. That one upstairs and inside. Taylor almost took that one on the chin, 2-0 the count. Outside, 3-0. Taylor showing a lot of patience. Pardon the pun. Just he's showing a lot of patience. What's wrong with that? And that one catches the inside part. 3 balls and a strike. So no 4-pitch walk here in the bottom of the second. Very vocal dugout for the Lady Knights. It always is. That's ball 4. That's first walk issued in this game. And with one down, that's going to bring up right fielder Liz Carpenter. Lady Knights 6-0. Enka 6-1. The only loss against Robbinsville. That came in the second game of the year for the Robbinsville Lady Knights. Way back on March 7th, it was a 16-11 slugfest that the Lady Knights emerged on top of. First one hit to the shortstop, maybe a double play, and it is not. Ball dropped over at first, so it will be a fielder's choice and an error to allow Carpenter to hang on the base path. Almost a 4-3 double play, but not going to happen. Here's first base Sydney Adams stepping in now. 2 outs. And still a base runner on. That's Liz Carpenter at first. Outside ball 1. They almost had a pitch out going. Carpenter thought about it and changed her mind. Runs needed right now for Robbinsville. Mentioned a 16-11 matchup. They went into the top of the 7th at Enka with the Sugar Jets ahead 11-7. Upstairs and in, that will make it 2-0. Robbinsville rallied and then some. A 9-run top of the 7th. And that helped the Lady Knights secure victory number dose on the year. And swung on and missed. Pops out of Payne's glove, but no harm, no foul. 2 balls and a strike. Now that we've moved the game to Teleco Plains, we'll have to see about getting the stream set up on March 28th. Right, back to the net. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swung on and missed. Strike 3 called. No need to throw down to second. That is out number 3. We'll go to the third. Pepper Taylor looking good as he comes into your living room. It's 3-0 here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Well, hey, everyone. Welcome back to Robbinsville. Kevin Hensley with you here on the Graham Star Sports Network. We're just trying to let you guys know we appreciate you being with us, and we're going to go back over to the field now. Glad you've joined us. It's 3-0 Sugar Jets as we head into the top of the third. It is the 2-3-4 holes due up. Kelsey West will be leading off for Enka. That one drops in the dirt. 1-1 now on West. Lisa Merrill and Emma Payne will back her up as the due-up hitters for Enka. 3-run top of the first is all the offense we've seen from either side so far. This is 2-1 the count. Drops in. Just misses 3 and 1. Contingent here today from Enka as well. They traveled over from Candler for this Monday afternoon broadcast. Upstairs, it is a walk, so that's the first one issued today for Miss Taylor.
Now batting the center fielder, Gracie Merrill.
And Gracie Merrill looks to bring her in. She popped out during her only plate appearance so far. That was the first out of the ball game. Merrill and Avery Coggins got the offense jump-started with a pair of back-to-back infield singles in the top of the first. And she'll go to second. A pair of pass balls today on Roberts. That's a unusual statistic for her. She's normally very sharp behind the plate. Counts 1-1. And that one dances to the outside part of the plate, just a little wide. 2-1, the count. Fly ball left center field, very shallow. Sheeler gets it about a step into the outfield grass. And there's your first out of the inning.
Now batting the catcher, Emma Sainz.
So Emma Payne will look to bring West around now. 1 out, 1 on here in the top of the third. And that one right down the strike zone, 0-1. Goes away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Color of those uniforms for Enka reminds me of the Braves jerseys from the 70s, early 80s. Wesley Kaler makes a heck of a play in foul territory on the grounder, but no need. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one upstairs. 2-2 the count. And she got a piece of that. It's going to roll foul, however, before any damage can be done on either side. And they'll try it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Robbinsville's baseball team is at Swain County tonight for a nightcap. That one will begin at 6:30 tonight. The Maroon Devils are playing a doubleheader today with Cherokee up first on the docket. That one started at 4:30, and Robbinsville will jump right into the mix immediately thereafter. Foul over to the net. 2-2 count. Thank you. Silly wind. 2-2, low and underneath. Robert's glove going to third, and reaching, standing up, will be West. That a wild pitch. Night's looking a little shaky for Robbinsville here in this one. Here's the 3-2. And she lost her. Ball 4. Payne will jog to first. 2 on now. 1 out.
Now batting the DP, Samantha Reese.
Samantha Reese, the batter. Jets have them on the corners here in the top of the third. Still only 1 out. So Taylor's got a work cut out for her here to say the very least. Low, ball 1. Yow, missed up and in. 2-0. And Roberts snags that one on the outside corner, gets the call. 2 balls, 1 strike. I want to welcome you to GramStarSports.com. We stream 5 varsity sports for Robbinsville all year long. If you're a Sugar Jet or a Lady Knight, either way, welcome, and we're glad you've chosen to spend your Monday afternoon with us here in Robbinsville. Counts 3-1. On Samantha Reese, the DP. Fouled back to the net. And that runs it full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Some of our middle school lady knights sitting behind us carrying on some lovely conversation. 3-2. Strike. 3 called. And Payne knew it. Oh, my. 2 gone. Good pitch by Taylor. Tough spot. And she's 1 out of the way of getting out of this jam. Here's Presnell. Fly ball center field, but it won't carry. Anna Williams will snag it, and they escape the jam. Another 2 stranded for the Jets here in the top of the third. Bottom of the inning on tap. It's 3-0, and you're watching the Gramstar Sports Network. Bottom of the third, as we're back live, it'll be the 9-1-2 spots for Robbinsville. So Anna Williams will be leading off her first at bat of the ball game. Robbinsville picking up the Tellico Plains game on Thursday. Tried to get it here at home, but there is a lack of umpires this year, and it has really hurt. Here in Western North Carolina, that one's going to miss outside. 2-0 the count. Move the game over to Tennessee. No games are going to be played in Graham County on Good Friday. And we're all thankful for that, of course. 2-0 count. Coming up here in a couple of weeks, the Knights will be on some college campuses. Western Carolina, and Young Harris left center field and out of here. How about that? Anna Williams launches a long ball And I think that caught everybody by surprise. Here come the Lady Knights to the plate just in the nick of time on the Graham Star Sports Network. They mob her. That one was a no-doubter. Anna Williams hits her first home run of the year, and that gets Robbinsville on the board. It's 3-1. Well, that's big. That's a good jump start with Zoe Schuler coming up next. And let's see if Schuler can keep it going. She can launch a few bombs on her own. First pitch is under, though, and it'll be snagged in left field by Haley Fish. One down, Waddy up.
Now batting the second baseman, Surrey Waddy.
Trying to see if that was Williams' first career home run. I thought it was. I just want to double check that. Back to the net, 0-1. And good attempt by Payne to get the call. Could not get it. 1-1 the count with one out here in the bottom of the third. Robbinsville finally on the board. Thank you, Anna Williams. And that one will miss low as well, 2-1. Taylor's calling it fair. He's calling it both ways. Can't say much about the strike zone today. Been very balanced. Up and in, ball 3. Waddy, by the way, struck out looking in her only plate appearance thus far today. Right center field in the gap. She'll split it nicely. Waddy's going to try to leg out a double. Nope, she changed her mind. Long single for Surrey Waddy. Let's just say it's probably a good thing she didn't try to leg out the double. Waddy's a heck of a softball player, but the only weakness in her game is her speed. Roberts up after striking out in the first. Prime opportunity for Robbinsville to knot this one up. Low, ball 1. Low and in. Ball 1. Hit right back where it came from. Fresno will go to second for the shore out to first. It's going to be a double play. How about a 1-6-3 to end the bottom of the third? Robbinsville strikes, though. Anna Williams has her first career home run, and we'll step to the fourth in a 3-1 ball game. Ooh la la's. We're back with you live for the top of the fourth here in Graham County. We're live from Judy Nichols Memorial Field. All the sounds of spring, all the action in front of you right here on GrahamStarSports.com. Sugar Jets and Lady Knights round 2 after the 16-11 Duke at Enka way back on March the 7th. Jets are holding them so far here in this ball game. Only home run by Anna Williams has produced the offense for Robbinsville thus far.
Leading off the top of the fourth for the Sugar Jets, third baseman, Haley Fish.
So third baseman Haley Fish will step in as we begin things here in the fourth inning. So that'll bring up these 7, 8, 9 holes. Cooper Stanley and Haley Klontz, joking with head coach Jennifer Kruk before the game. She has 3 Haleys in her starting lineup. So that can make for some, or actually 3 overall, I beg your pardon, 2 in the lineup. Make for some interesting misconceptions of practices, but she says she just calls them by their last name, so should clear everything up. And boy, did Fish lay off of a good pitch there. Taylor, painting the inside part of the plate, did not get the call. 1-1 the count. Low and in the dirt, 2 balls and a strike. Chop to third base. Kaler to first. And it's going to be wide. Memory Frapp tried to reel it in, couldn't do so.
Fish reaches on the air, breaks to the plate left fielder, Cooper Stanley.
Right in front of the plate. Throw to first. Taylor gets the shore out, and they may have a double play. They do. How in the world did Memory Frapp get all the way to third base? All right, well, whatever. It works. She covered the entire width of the field. All right, then. What field presence by Memory Frapp? How about that? 2 gone. On one of the most unorthodox double plays you'll ever see.
Stanley was out 5-4. And then Fish was thrown out at third base 4-3. Bet you've never seen a double play like that.
I'd say not. Ball bunted. And Kaler that time flings it a little high at the target. Second base, so she's out at second. Well, the Jets are having trouble with those extra base hits here in this ball game. We'll go to the bottom of the inning. They've been thrown out twice in this inning. 3-1 in favor of the visitors. www.memory will lead off here in the bottom of the fourth. 4, 5, 6 spots due up for Robbinsville. 3-1 ball game. As we're back live from Graham County, North Carolina on this beautiful Monday evening. No finer weather for softball in West North Carolina. Henry Frapp had to be a little bit extra and go all the way across the field to make the second half of that double play in the top of this inning. Frapp over at first. And that one stopped by Payne. 2 balls and a strike. Now it's got to get their offense going. Presnell's pitching a beauty here so far today. Only 2 hits for the Lady Knights. And that one, I mean, turned on as much as it could be turned on. Mountain Creek just got a little bit heavier. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Outside, she didn't bite. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that will be ball 4. So a good walk to start the inning. Frapp worked it very nicely. Taylor coming up trying to help her own cause. She grounded out to begin the bottom of the second in her only plate appearance thus far. Frapp at first. Here's the pitch. It's a strike. It's right up around the letters, 0-1. And that one in the dirt. Payne loses it. Frapp slides into second just to make darn sure she gets into second. Wasn't even a throw made, and she still wanted to get the uniform dirty. Outside. 2 balls and a strike. And she golfs that one right at the shortstop, and it's a race back to the bag. Frapp's in okay, as Avery Coggins was right in the line of fire and caught the line drive. And freshman Presley Kaler will try to bring her on around the horn in this 3-1 ball game. I'm being told Frapp has not cut her chin open on that particular dive. That's good to see. Graceful memory Frapp. Here's the pitch. Chop to second base. That will move the runner up. And that's basic ABC softball for you. Move them over. And now let's bring them home. Here's Liz Carpenter. Carpenter reached on an error in the bottom of the second to bring us where we're at for her second at bat here tonight in the bottom of the fourth. Wind picking up a little bit. It's getting a little brisk out here tonight. First pitch to Carpenter is going to be golfed over the heads of about 1/3 of the Sugar Jets. Nobody able to snag it. Count is 0-1 on Liz Carpenter. One in the gap, and that'll bring home Frapp. And that may do it. That's exactly what the doctor ordered, but what a play out in center field. Holy cow, Gracie Merrill diving for that one. That'll interrupt the proceedings. Top of the fifth on deck here on the Gramstar Sports Network. It is 3-1 in favor of the Sugar Jets. (3-1) in favor of Enka as we're back live from Robbinsville. Top of the fifth is upon us. Coggins, West, and Merrill will lead off. And that one grounded to Schuler. Throw to first. Frapp with a good stretch. 1 out. Bang, bang play. Of course, Coggins had reached on an infield single to begin this game. Kelsey West, the batter. And that one popped up back into the bushes. 0-1 the count. And, oh, good spot by Taylor. Did not get the call. 1-1 count. Swung on and missed. West chased one low and in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Roberts tried again on the frame job, couldn't get it. 2-2 count. Well, the first one, it was an offensive outpour from both sides, and here tonight, so far, it's been the exact opposite. That one off of Kaler's glove. That'll make it a fair ball, as she'll try to retrieve it down the left field line. And West will park it first.
West credited with a single. Now batting the center fielder, Gracie Merrill.
Merrill went out bat. They'll give her a hit on that. Was a hard hit ball to third base. Inside ball 1, snap throw. And West needs a little time to convalesce after the dive. I'll clean the plate off and give her a chance to get a breather. So 1-0 count. Two-0 count. The pitch. Low ball 3. So, I'm going to get it around Merrill here maybe to get to Emma Payne. 3-0 count. I'm sure the next one will be right down White Knight Way. Let's see where it ends up. It's actually outside. It's ball 4. Snap throw to first is going to be late. And it'll be a walk. And here comes head coach Billy Knight out of the dugout. And given the circumstances, I don't know if that may be the end of the afternoon for Naomi Taylor. If so, she ends it at 4 1/3 innings of play. Knight trying to find out exactly what's happening with his player here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Never a bad time for the Eagles to come on either. Hi guys, Kevin Inslee with you here on GramstarSports.com. I want to let you guys know once again we are working as we speak. You know, we find some things out on the fly every once in a while to try and get telecasting rights over at Teleco Plains on Thursday. We've worked with them in the past on some things, so hopefully that will be easy peasy. And once again, I want to thank you guys for joining us here at GramstarSports.com. You're watching Enka Robbinsville softball. Runners at first and second with 1 out. Taylor is still in the game. At pitcher. Did not get the call. Taylor cracks a smile. 1-0 the count. And that one catches the inside part of the play. There we go. 1 ball, 1 strike. Hey, Taylor pitched out of the last jam. Maybe she can do it again here in the 5th. Now it's only down by 2. And that one hit over to left fielder Claire Barlow, and that could be trouble. Barlow will come in late. Ronald score. 4-1, Sugar Jets. RBI single for catcher Emma Payne here in the top of the 5th. And that's going to be the end of the game for Naomi Taylor. We'll step aside for just a moment while Memory Frapp gets her warm-up tosses in. Looks like she's going to be summoned into the circle. We'll be back in just a moment here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Well, defensive changes aplenty as we're back live from Robbinsville at Judy Nichols Memorial Field. It is 4-1. Sugar Jets' new pitcher is going to be senior Memory Frapp. Behind the plate now is Draley Webster. That is Frapp's go-to catcher. And Presley Kaler takes over at first with Frapp in the circle. Naomi Taylor's night ends after 4 1/3 innings. She's now at third base. The outfield has not changed. They are still staying put as Miss Barlow, Williams, and Carpenter left to right. Swung on and missed 0-1. Boy, she brought some heat there to Samantha Reese on the first pitch of the game for Memory Frapp. Frapp has logged 11 2/3 innings of work this year. Here's the offering. Popped up deep left center field. And out of here. Well, that ball just jumped once it got into the atmosphere. And how about that? Reese with a 3-run dinger here in the top of the 5th. And the Knights are going to have to get their offensive bats out and get the club in pretty quick. It's 7-1 here in the top of the 5th. 3-run homer for Reese. Always tough to beat a team twice in a year. Improvements being what they are. And hey, you saw Robbinsville 2.5 weeks ago. Upstairs ball 1. Jets have obviously improved since then. They've not lost since then. Their schedule right here. If I can get my notes to cooperate with me, I'll read off some of the wins they've had recently. Batter at the plate, by the way, is Carly Bresnell, the pitcher. She'll line it right to Schuler. And the ball caught Schuler, but she handles it just fine. No worries. UT commit for a reason right there, fans. Second out of the inning. Following the loss to Robbinsville, the Jets defeated Irwin 18-1, West Henderson 13-2, and then a pair of low-scoring affairs. TC Roberson 2-0, AC Reynolds 6-2. Robbinsville will travel to AC Reynolds on Wednesday, so that'll be an interesting matchup. And at McDowell, it was a 3-2 victory. We will not be able to telecast on Wednesday. We've had to alter some things at the Gramstar office, and will not be free to do so from Asheville. We were looking forward to making that trip. Knights and Rockets will duke it out. Lady Rockets will return the favorite later in the season. Swing and a miss on one upstairs to Haley Fish. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Boy, Reese has blown this one wide open. It was not all hope is lost, but the Jets are cozy now with this 6-run lead. That one skips off the roof of the dugout and into the creek. And Frapp over-delivered that one, I think. I think she had that one on Express Mail. 2-2 the count. First time Express Mail's happened in Robbinsville in years. Low, ball 3. Here's the full count offering. Fly ball center field. Williams has a beat on it. And she's got it. That is the third out of the inning, but it comes well after a 3-run homer by Samantha Reese and an RBI single for Emma Payne. Jets plate 4 will go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 7-1 here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Freshman Ella Atwell steps into the batter's box to begin the bottom of the 5th. Boy, that one just missed being a double for Miss Atwell right down the right field line. Atwell pinch hitting for Sydney Adams, as the home run queen herself, Anna Williams, is due up next. She's responsible for the only offense so far in this game for the Lady Knights. Long ball to left center field. Atwell pops it up 2 miles into the atmosphere, and the play's made over at third base by Haley Fish, and there is out number 1 here in the bottom of the 5th.
Now batting center fielder, Anna Williams.
Williams riding high after that homer earlier in the game. Was the bottom of the third. I just want to double check that. Shot, and it's a screamer. That's trouble. Williams is fast, and she is out at first. Bang, bang, play. 2 gone.
Now batting the shortstop, Zoe Schuler.
Schuler has been dry at the plate today, and that's an unusual thing to even have to say. Hopefully that's about to change here on the Graham Star Sports Network. And that one caught the plate, 0-1. Schuler reached on an error her first time up and later flew out to left field. That's all she wrote today for Miss Zoe Schuler. And that one catches the plate as well, 0-2. Swing and a miss. She chased one outside. And we'll go to the 6th. It is still 7-1, and it's all in favor of the visitors, the Enka Sugar Jets. Stay with us, fans. Cooper Stanley will step in to lead off the top of the 6th here in Robbinsville. It's the 8-9-1 holes due up for the Sugar Jets here on the Graham Star Sports Network. You get a recap of this game and the most extensive and, by golly, best coverage around of Robbinsville Athletics every week in the Graham Star. We'll be putting the finishing touches on that bad boy for this week tomorrow evening. It also includes our spring sports preview for the region, including teams from Murphy, Hayesville, Andrews, Hiawassee Dam, Tri-County. And we also have our beloved Easter Babies contest in this week's edition, so you'll want to grab a copy for that reason alone. Woo! 2-0 the count. Outside, ball 3. And she lost her. Walk to begin the 6th inning.
Now batting the right fielder, Haley Klontz.
Haley Klontz will now bat. 1 on, and looks like we had another change. Atwell's now at third, so Taylor has exited the game. And that one gets away from Webster. That popped out of her glove, so that'll be a pass ball on Miss Webster. And that will send Stanley to second.
Now playing third base for Robbinsville, Ella Atwell.
And how about that? That's a convenient out for Draley Webster. Popped right into her glove. Boy, the Devils put the beating on the Cherokee Braves as a 16-0 5-inning final in Bryson City, and that means the Black Knights will be taking the field in just a moment to take on Swain in the nightcap. And here's Coggins. One out here in the sixth. Upstairs and in, ball two. Two zero. That one's in there. 2 balls and a strike.
Good pitch, man.
Upstairs. 3 balls and a strike. And a defensive change here in the middle of the inning. Peyton Odom is taking over at first base for Taylor
First base.
at first base. So, alrighty then. Changed in the middle of the count. Stanley is at second base. Coggins about to step back in with a 3-1 advantage here in the top of the sixth. It's outside, ball 4. Coggins will trot to first. And that will bring up Miss West to the plate. Inside, 1-0 the count. Well, you just never know what's going to happen here at a softball game. All the well, 2-0 count. Kelsey West checks out for the third time today. Pop up will go foul. Strike right down there. Beautiful pitch by Memory Frapp on the corner. 2-2 count. 1 out and 2 Enka runners eager to come home and add even more insurance here in this 7-1 ball game. Swung on and missed. She got it. Strike 3 will not be necessary. The base is occupied. She'll just walk back to the dugout.
The center fielder, Gracie Merrill.
Here's Gracie Merrill to the plate. Just want to double check before I said this. That's the first strikeout today for an Enka batter. I'll take strike one with 2 outs. And that one's going to be hit the right center field. Anna Williams will make the play. That will do it. So another 2 stranded for the Jets here in the top of the 6th. Robbinsville has got to get things rolling at some point, though. 6 outs remain here on the Graham Star Sports Network. And Surrey Waddy will walk up to the plate to begin things here in the bottom of the 6th, live from Judy Nichols Memorial Field. You are watching the Graham Star Sports Network and Robbinsville softball action on this Monday evening. And that one will pop the mitt. Strike one. Those hitters have been mystified today. Presnell has pitched a beauty this afternoon for the Sugar Jets. Riley Webster is in the on-deck circle. She hit a grand slam for her first varsity hit against Copper Basin. Just last week. Here's the pitch from Presnell. And Waddy swung a little late on that to center fielder Gracie Merrill, 1 down. Webster looks the first one outside. 1-0 the count. Sure swings on that one, misses. Swung over it. 1-1 the count. And she tomahawks that one out. And it actually clears the creek into the cow pasture behind us. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th. And Webster strikes out. Presnell continues her beautiful outing here in the bottom of the 6th. 2 gone for Memory Frapp. Coming to Frapp. And it'll make it about 30 feet and skip in the dirt. 2-0 count. And that one is absolutely tattooed into center field. Merrill cuts it off quick. Frapp reaches on the 2-out single here in the bottom of the 6th. And the old adage is that every rally has got to start somewhere. I'm sure we'll have a courtesy runner, and we will, for Miss Frapp. It's going to be Ella McGuire popping out of the dugout to run for Memory Frapp. And Naomi Taylor will bat. Presley Kaler is back in the on-deck circle, so she may be re-entering. I'll stand corrected. She's the DP today. My apologies.
Naomi Wadiela re-enters.
Two outs and one on here in the bottom of the sixth. There's the pitch. And that one, I mean, just barely tipped by Taylor. Payne felt that a little bit, I think. Take an extra moment to kind of gather her bearings. 0-1 count. Taylor's got a piece of it. And that one comes in on the outside part of the plate and gets the call. 0-2. And swung on and missed. Strike three. Called, dropped. To the dugout we go. That is out number 3. One stranded here in the bottom of the sixth. We'll go to the top of the seventh here in Robbinsville. Enka 7. Robbinsville 1 here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Fans, we're into the top of the seventh so quickly I don't even have our scoreboard updated. Sorry about that. Welcome back to Graham County here on the Gramstar Sports Network. Frapp starts it off with a strike. And didn't get it that time. 1-1 strike. Batter at the plate is Samantha Reese. Hero of this one, no doubt, for the Sugar Jets. Really open this one up. In the top of the fifth inning with a 3-run bomb. And that one upstairs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Webster wasted no time getting the ball back to her. And that one will be pinged out of the ballpark. It'll reach the other side of the cow pasture where, about, 10 feet away from another one that has died a death this afternoon in the cow patties. Still a 2-2 count. And it's starting to thin out a little bit this afternoon. It's getting a little chilly here on the creek bank. Robbinsville High School. One day we really need to go around the campus and show you guys all the facilities top notch here in Robbinsville. And Sydney Adams is going to have 3 to pick up now. And that one is hit to center field deep and out of here. She's done it again. Holy tamale. How about Reese with 2 home runs here today? Excuse me, that's Payne with a home run. My apologies. How about that? 4 at bats. And boy, has she made an impact today as the backstop for the Sugar Jets. It's 8-1. 4 RBIs, 3 for 3.
EP Samantha Reese.
Reese now trying to come up to replicate her fifth inning launch. Eight-1 Sugar Jets here in the top of the seventh after the homer for Emma Payne to dead center field. Williams jumped for it. That's how close it was. Right at the flagpole. But it was no dice. Count is 1-0 on Reese. Upstairs, counts 2-0.
That's just the Barlow. That's Claire Barlow. She's right here now.
2-1 count here in the top of the seventh. Reese awaits. Frapp delivers. Popped up to left center field. And Williams will reel it in. She's been busy out in center field today. That's the first out of the top of the seventh. Carly Presnell, the pitcher, will now step up. First one's low. Want to know the count. And Presnell hacks that one to Waddy. Throw to first will be in time to Peyton Odom. 2 outs. And a pinch hitter coming in now for the Sugar Jets. I stand corrected, that's Haley Fish. I thought they had a different jersey number on. My apologies. Haley Fish, the batter for Enka. Two gone here in the top of the seventh. Robbinsville down to its last 3 outs when they come back up in the bottom of the frame. Right on the corner. Didn't get the call. 1-0 the count. And that one bounces off the net. Draley Webster will trot over to grab it. 1-1 the count. Outside, count is 2 balls and a strike. Waddy again. To Odom again. Inning over. Home run for Emma Payne adds another dent into the scoreboard for the Sugar Jets. Bottom of the seventh coming up. Robbinsville's last chance. They're down 8-1 here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Claire Barlow will get her first at bat of the game here in the bottom of the seventh. Barlow is going to get some hacks in. The flex today is going to make an appearance. So that officially ends the afternoon for Kaler. As we welcome you back here to the bottom of the seventh and the last chance for the Robbinsville Lady Knights here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Swing and a miss. And the count is now 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one right in there. Barlow watches it go by, takes it, nods her head. 1-2 strikes. Barlow Carpenter. And I'm not sure who after that, quite frankly. They may be throwing another pinch hitter. I don't want to say and be wrong. Barlow tees off on that one, and it bounces off the net. 1-2 strikes on Miss Barlow. And a defensive swing there. That one was coming in on her hands as she chops it away. 1-1 count. And she swings and misses. Fresnel blows one by her here in the bottom of the 7th. Only run so far, as we've mentioned already. Williams did the solo homer to lead off the bottom of the 3rd. Otherwise, Fresnel has looked pretty strong at the circle today. Trying to count up her strikeouts real quick while we have a moment. Carpenter steps into the batter's box. That's our 8th strikeout of the afternoon. And that one up and in. Carpenter swings around at 0-1. Atwell is in the on-deck circle, so she'll be back out for her second plate appearance. As this one dwindles to a close. Not quite the narrative we thought we were going to see this afternoon. And there's a rope for Carpenter, but it won't be into the right spot. However, boy, what a break over at first. Bad throw. And Carpenter is at second. Thank you very much. And Atwell looking to try and get something going for the Lady Williams. Williams is in the on-deck circle. Ball 1. Gust to win, whipping through here now, putting a little chill in the air. That one grounded to shortstop. That's trouble. That will reach. That one wide of the plate as well. Carpenter scores. It's 8-2. E6 will allow Miss Carpenter to come in. And we're not through yet here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Here's Hannah Williams. Every little bit of inch helps. As we said, the rallies have to start somewhere. And that one in the dirt, ball 1. Payne stops it. This is away, ball 2. Well, it's just one more hill to climb, as the song goes. Robbinsville, as we mentioned, in its last 3 outs at Enka, scored 9 runs to pull ahead and get the dub. Williams got under that one to left field, and the catch made at the fence. 2 outs. Stanley right there to reel it in. And this is the right person you want up. She's had a dry day at the plate. And boy, I'm sure Zoe Schuler is due here in the bottom of the 7th. Schuler ropes it to left center field. It's over the head of Stanley. Atwell will trot home. Schuler's going to go for third. She'll slide in. And she'll slide in safe, and now the ball gets away at the plate. She's in! How about that? Oh, baby, 8-4. Lady Knights chopping away at the deficit. It's an RBI double. Schuler scores on the error. Here's Surrey Waddy. Side, ball one. That's why you play to the last out, fans. Ball two. And Sophie Roberts has popped back out into the on-deck circle. Should she be needed here in the bottom of the frame. That one catches a piece of the plate inside. 2-1 on Surrey Waddy. When he steps out and takes a deep breath before stepping back in. Knights have trimmed it to a 4-run deficit, here in the bottom of the seventh. Here's the 2-1. Waddy ropes it down the right field line, foul, and I mean just foul. Almost took out the field umpire. We can't have that. Two count, 2 outs. And Waddy battling. She fouls it off right behind us. And splish splash into the creek. 2-2 count. Waddy still chopping away. That one's going to be fouled off to the right side. Right behind the Enka Sugar Jets dugout. Our Black Knights do not have another game scheduled for this week. They're currently battling Swain in Bryson City, and a line out to the pitcher will end this afternoon's affair. Surrey Waddy lines out, and that's all she wrote for this one. The rally falls short. The Lady Knights make it interesting here in the bottom of the seventh inning, but can't get the job done. The rally cannot be replicated from the last time that the programs met in Candler, and we're glad you've been able to join us this afternoon here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Thank you all for being with us wherever you may be tuned in tonight. We're going to try our very best to be with you on Thursday, fans. Make sure that you join us. Follow us on social media if you haven't already. You better be. That's at the Graham Star. We'll post updates as soon as we know for sure if we're going to be streaming or not at Tellico Plains. Until then, Kevin Hensley wishing all of you a great rest of your week. Again, your final score, Enka 8 and Robbinsville 4. Three. It's in. She is on fire right now on the Graham Star Sports Network.